It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Thursday, September 29th. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather just looking dry for a while. But the good news, the weather noticeably cooler today, and all eyes are on Tropical Storm Matthew, soon to be a hurricane. What's that thing going to do? Let's take a look. Very nice upper look for those that are tired of hot weather. Big upper low north of the state. That'll pull down refreshingly cool air today and tomorrow. This morning, 50s and low 60s on the board, but the high today only in the mid-70s. That's going to feel really nice. And around the country, much of the nation, and very comfortable air. In advance of the upper low, we've got some heavy rain problems for parts of Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Flash flood watches in effect there. There's also a marginal risk of severe weather in that zone. Later today and tonight, also a marginal risk well to the west over parts of Arizona and New Mexico. But, of course, the dry pattern here, no storms, no rain. No rain for the next 5 days. No rain for the next 7 days. Not good for the farmers. And we got some of the waterworks boards doing some voluntary cutback measures now. And typically, October is the driest month of the year. But what you see here, this is the rain valid through Thursday of next week, October the 6th. Okie doke, here's a look at our tropical system. Tropical Storm Matthew, top winds are at 65 miles an hour. The system moving west at 16. Looking pretty good, maybe some restricted outflow on the western side. Check the guidance, tropical models. Almost all of them bring it north across the eastern tip of Cuba, across the Bahamas. The GFS ensemble guidance, all the members keep it out of the Gulf. Again, the only, one that people are really looking at here when it comes to the Gulf of Mexico possibilities is the European. Now, this is a 51-member ensemble. And some try and bring it up in the Gulf, but again, this is clearly an outlier. In fact, I'll just go ahead and show you. This is the operational run of the European last night, the OZ run, and you can see it's east of the Bahamas. And this is Saturday, October 8th. So, again, the chance of it getting in the Gulf, very small. Not zero, but very small. Here's the intensity guidance. And you can see that most models ramp it up to a Category 2, as does the National Hurricane Center. This is their track. They've got it coming up over eastern Cuba Monday night of next week as a Category 2 before it reaches land. Should weaken as it comes off Cuba, coming up toward the Bahamas, but maybe re-strengthen again. But again, we got to watch this, but there's a very high probability this will not be a Gulf of Mexico issue. So, model fans, here we go. The GFS, this is the 06C run, valid today at 1 o'clock. That looks good after a long, hot summer. Big upper low just north of us. Lots of sun today, a nice north breeze, and a high only in the mid-70s. Both the NAM and the GFS are at 75. And indeed, that is below average for this time of the year. And really the same thing tomorrow. We start the day in the 50s. The high will be in the mid-70s. What a great night for high school football tomorrow night. You might want to take along a light jacket if you can find those things. Saturday looking good. Sunny, upper 70s. Great day for college football. Sunday, sunny with low 80s. And next week, this is Monday, we go back up in the mid-80s next week. The GFS showing 84. This is Tuesday. We note Matthew is in the Bahamas, and Wednesday, Matthew kind of making the journey north. And like we've talked about, this will probably be a week next week of nervous days for meteorologists on the Atlantic seaboard, as they'll be watching this. We don't know yet if this will make landfall or stay offshore. It's going to be a close call, but we are on the dry side. So again, Wednesday will be sunny with a high in the 80s. Here's a week from today, Thursday, October 6th, troughing to the west. Got a cold front lined up from near Madison, Wisconsin, down to San Antonio, Texas, but our air is very dry. And Matthew just east of the Outer Banks. Man, that is a close call. And again, just to show you the difference, this is Thursday off the European, and it's got the thing still around the Bahamas. Big differences. The European much slower. The GFS is faster, but again, you can clearly see that the global models want us to keep it over in the Atlantic. This is the end of the forecast period. Again, this is Saturday, October 8th. Got ridging down here, and down below that, we're still dry. Highs would be in the low to mid-80s if this is right. The GFS has Matthew basically moving out to sea. The European on that day still has it not too far from the Bahamas, but well east of the United States. Check the numbers here. After our nice cool snap, next week will be warmer, highs back in the 80s and lows not too far from 60. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.